How's it going, everyone? It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Let's take a look at the picks from the last video. Oops. I gave 2 day trade shorts. First one was TMDX. Breaking down over here. So when the video came out, took it over here and then took a small loss / a scratch on this position on the day as the market was rallying, but stock wasn't able to really drop with the market and got a little bit stronger on the tail end of the day. Not super strong, but we had a little bit of a headwind against us. So ended up scratching that trade as this move below the break of the day did not materialize. INTC, I like this pullback over here. And then you can see how we tested the low of the day. We bounced off. Stock started rallying a little bit, but then again, didn't really doing a whole lot by around 155.2-ish. It's starting to pull back over here. So it's looking decent, but ended up taking probably a small win on this guy. Probably could have gotten at the low of the day. And if the low of the day starts to stall a little bit, you see this little gain of relative strength. We cycle back down. So on the second cycle down, I take some gains near the low of the day. And you could have gotten probably a tiny little win on this guy. Nothing crazy, but definitely a tiny little win on those two. Or on that one, sorry. Just marking this in the chart on my picks here. Let's go over some of the changes in our open positions. We had this gap up today, and on the game plan I said, look, if we get a gap up, it's decent enough, I will be taking profits. Now, the gap up was not super big. It was like a medium gap up. I'd say it's about a $2 gap up. ATR of SPY is about 450-ish, so a little bit less than half an ATR. So I was like, all right, I'll take some profits on some of the positions, but not on all of our positions. So let's go to our YouTube picks here. We had a couple of this. First one was Amazon. So Amazon, we took profits on that gap up right around 217. Now stock did rally a little bit. VWAP settling in, so there's a chance to take some gains a little bit higher. But with the gap up, again, we didn't know if this was going to fill or if it wasn't going to fill. So that is why we took the gains on this breakout to a new all-time high. Now, given that we took a loss on half the position over here and the gain over here, ended up netting out to about break even on Amazon. So not the best, but also not the worst. So we're going to take that out of our picks here. Next one was Dash. So Dash, not really rallying too much with the market. Not the best, not the strongest stock. So took profits on the open at 177. We got in at 176. So that's a small win on Dash, but wasn't really performing. So that's why we took the small win on that position. Okay. Next one was AFRM. Took the exit over here. Kind of on the open as well. Stock is chopping around. I wasn't sure what it was going to do. So it took profits around the $71 level. And that was a pretty nice win from, I believe, let me see here, 11.19, which was this day. So from 63 all the way to 71. That's a nice win on AFRM. Get rid of some of that. And we still have a couple of nice open swings. Let's take a look at them and let's see how they're doing. So first one here, UPST. Now we took it over here. Stock came back over here, try to poke and prod this level. Got that sell signal. So I want to see it kind of clear in the gap. Not a huge fan of what I'm seeing, but willing to give it some room to wiggle around. Twillo, I like how we're able to clear this prior level right here. IPOA VWAP is right around this juncture, so we're able to make a new high, able to grind higher a little bit. So I like what I'm seeing in Twillo. Still keeping in on that stock. APP, We got the breakout, looked good early in the day, and now it's pulling back. And we knew that the stock is a little bit choppy. If you look at the last breakout over here, we did come back and we tested that breakout level. So on a test and a confirm a support on that breakout level, right? And in this case, it'd probably be something like 340-ish or even, 340-ish. That's what I'm expecting, and I can probably add to the position on that breakout level. Netflix is clearing that new high, so I had to take a bit of a dip here, but still looking good. I like how it cleared this level. This is some organized price action. If you look at the M5 today, we got a nice breakout on some volume, a little bit of a pullback here, choppy, tested VWAP, and then you can get a nice little bit of liftoff over there in the stock. GoDaddy, nice breakout over here. Not a bad place to take partial gains, which I may do today. But I like the stock. The market is a little bit light and frothy, so I don't want to add to it as much, but I may ride it potentially. May ride it over here. Reddit, a little bit of follow through over here. We're still up on the position overall, and then our final ad at 153 is just at about break even, so position is looking decent. And then team, we took a partial exit on this gap up at 275. Stock continues to rally. Looking very strong today. Ton of volume. So going to keep in on this move. And just keep riding the remaining up. Our cost basis is 247. So we can keep riding this guy up. And, that's it. That is that really. That is our best performing stock so far. AI is looking decent. We're getting through this downward sloping trend line. A little bit of resistance over here. It's been a little bit choppy, but it's holding these gains pretty well. So I like riding out the remaining position on AI. We took this on 11.22 here as a swing long. So we're slightly in the money. We'll have to see if we can actually get through this level or not. Finally, the last one over here is shop. So first test, here's the first bounce of resistance, second test of resistance, and then we're actually testing it up again. So we're testing it pretty frequently. If I look back, look at maybe an M30 chart, right? This test over here didn't get knocked down super hard. Now we're coming back up for our next challenge. So I like that. So overall, the picks are looking pretty good, and using this gap up to scale out of some of those longs and riding a couple of these. So we're just waiting to see if we get, any sort of bearish engulf or if we kind of keep overextending a little bit up higher over here on this market move. But let's take a look at the market over here, our longer term and shorter term biases. All right, so a couple stuff over here. We're moving through 600. We got some news coming out this week. We had ISM services come out. It was still slightly below, but above 50. We also have JPOW speaking today at 1:45 PST or EST, which is I'm in PST, so that is 10:45. Not too much happening on Friday. This initial job list, but the unemployment report is coming out on Friday. Michigan sentiment has some intraday volatility with it. And then we have CPI, PPI coming out next week, and then the FOMC in about 2 weeks. So that is kind of the outlook over here. Again, long term, nothing has really changed. I like this buy signal coming up for this market outlook. On a shorter term basis, I'm still on the thesis that the market could reach 610. On my SPY swing, I did take nice gains, nice chunk of profits on that gap up, just in case there was a gap reversal. But still have a little bit of my SPY swing position on, so riding that remaining bit up. And look, we're likely to get one nice trend day, is what I'm expecting this week. But so far, the intraday ranges have been pretty tight. Not a lot of movement, just a slight volume float higher. So we don't have to get super aggressive, but we can ride what we have on this move up. These light volume moves can last a little bit longer than people expect. So for the day trading side, we had a pretty nice scenario on the day trading. I want to look at this in a second here. So we got this gap up, and we first have to see if we're going to sell off or not. So we get one test here. We poke up, make it a slightly new high of the day, and then this is the key over here. ISM services come out. We got this bearish hammer. So this is looking decently bearish, but we need to see follow through into the gap. So this candle starts off pretty good, and then we get a long green bullish hammer on heavy volume. Okay. And then we move right up and we make a new high of the day. Just poke slightly above it. It's new high of the day, new high of the day, new high of the day, right? These pokes are somewhat significant. That tells us that buyers do have control. We're moving back lower, and then we get a nice long green candle. We have this buy signal here, and now the market is kind of flatlining here. Volume is pretty dead. So I don't think this is going to be a very strong bullish trend day, in my opinion. It looks like we're slowly starting to roll over. If anything, I think it may be a LPTE day. I don't think we're going to see a sell-off later in the day so far. I haven't seen any sort of heavy selling on red candles. We also have this stiff, the bid's pretty stiff coming up over here, so we might get another test low of the day, maybe. We might chop around VWAP a little bit, but I don't think we're going to get anything really moving around one way or the other. So we had a nice day trading setup coming up over here. We have to see if this bullish cycle can actually produce. So far, it's not really producing. A couple of picks that I like for today. I liked D-Dog over here, and I'm going to go into the M5 chart. You can see how we got this nice little HA reversal. Stock is kind of flatlining over here a little bit, so not doing a whole lot, but we have this 1OP bullish cross after this little bit of a bullish divergence over here. So this is looking pretty decent. I also like SNOW in this position right now. Stock is flatlining a little bit over here. And the market is also flatlining. So when both of these go flat, our probability is reduced a little bit. But I still think the bid is strong, and I think we have a chance to get through the upside later today as long as we keep forming some higher lows. So just riding in this compression, we're kind of smack dab in the middle of the compression, so we have a nice entry point over here. And we have this bearish cycle that seems pretty weak, not really producing over here. So once we sort of digest some of the gains, we may have a nice chance to break out to the upside. So those are a couple of nice picks. I'm going to go through a couple of tags over here. Some stocks that I like. So Marvel is a nice one. Got this buy signal over here, trying to get through the high of the day. And there's a nice little entry point over here right at this bounce off of VWAP. So I like this breakout on Marvel. Very clean signals over here. We got our 1OP bullish cross. We've got that new buy signal. We have some time to challenge that high of the day. And we have really, really nice volume. R-vol on that guy. So I like Marvel a lot for a day trade. Now is pretty nice. It is flatlining a little bit over here. So let's see if it can actually get through the high of the day. IBM is also another nice one. Let's take a look at this M5. So it's getting through the gap. Some decent price action. You can see here how it's testing that 8 EMA. Trend is kind of slowing down over here. So I feel like we might get kind of a dip below VWAP, and then we might get our dip after VWAP. So I'm going to create an alert. So if I get that dip, we're in good shape. If it compresses for maybe 2 hours or so and it holds, then we start to move up. Okay, then I feel pretty decent about that. ISRG had a nice breakout over here today on good volume. Pulling back to VWAP, you can see here how we have this benign bearish cycle. So I like that in the stock. I'm going to set another VWAP alert over here and also do a downward trend line alert. Excuse me. So gets on a pullback, right? And once this 1 piece starts to cross up, we could have a pretty nice little entry signal on ISRG. PSTG, massive move up today. Let's take a look at this guy. Yes, massive move up, kind of just digesting the gains over here. Going to drop an alert line like that. Or actually, I'm going to drop a line actually above this relative high. So if we can start to cross above that, I feel pretty good about this stock. Couple other ones that are looking okay. Spot, choppy stock, but it broke through. It's breaking through this high. We're testing the breakout. We're moving up higher. And then here's a test. Move up higher. Pull back. Right. Here's our bounce off of VWAP. So I'd get in at 501. It's a little bit choppy. So I would wait. Get a good entry. If you don't get a good entry, then I would pass. So here is your entry point on this stock right here. 1145. Finding some support over here, bouncing up. A little bit of an HA reversal as well. There's your HA reversal. So you can get in on that position. And you have a very nice stop close to support. So those are some of the nice picks today. So there's a couple nice, really pretty nice breakouts over here, but market's flatlining at the moment, so don't get crazy overboard. I gave a couple of nice ones. If I had to give a pick for today, I think it is, well, it's either Snow or D-Dog. Yeah, I think it's going to be D-Dog. I really like this breakout of this stock. And this is a beautiful kind of flag pattern here. It was actually setting up pretty nicely yesterday. We got this nice little bounce. We're breaking through some of those AVWAPs. So you had a nice entry point earlier today. So if you got it in the first, call it 45 minutes, then you are in pretty good shape. And if you got on a little bit of a dip like I did, then we're also in pretty good shape if we can get through this high over here. So that's kind of what we're watching for in the stock. So yeah, I think I am going to stick with D-Dog as my pick for today. Now I want to see either on a market dip, I want to see the stock hold the gains, and then rise up on the next market bounce. Or if I don't see that, I'm not going to get into the trade if you're not in it right now. So if you're already in it, I'm sticking with it. But if you're not in it yet, I would wait for, like I said, either we get a nice little compression break to a new all-time high, or we get another little test of VWAP, and then we go up higher. So D-Dog long is going to be your pick of the day. And this is going to be a day trade, right? The market is getting a little frothy. I don't want to be taking a whole bunch of swings right now. Just going to take some day trades, and then on the next market dip, that's what I'm planning to reload on those positions for a swinging basis. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll take a look at how our positions are doing in tomorrow's video.